Delegate of Belgium would like to emphasize the historical development and present situation of the Belgian economy.
Despite Kosovo facing political oppression and some nations refusing to recognize our independence from Serbia in 2008, we are focused on our need for targeted support.
Pointed out that there were 3,931 verified instances of denial of access to humanitarian aid.
Because our stance on fostering global peace and economic stability and development. In recent years, our country has faced economic challenges such as COVID pandemic.
While short-term humanitarian assistance plays a essential role in conflict-affected nations, the development of infrastructure and the rehabilitation of the private sector to make a country concerned the livable country can also play a significant role.
Conflict is still a tragedy that will always occur in our world, and it is heavily affecting the economic stability and growth of the countries or regions that are experiencing it.
We believe that conflict has increasingly disrupted global economies, impacting trade, depleting resources, and weakening institutions. The IMF itself highlighted that conflict-affected states face prolonged growth reduction due to weakened governance and disrupted supply chains.
2. Building institutional capacity. 3. Rebuilding infrastructure as a means to relaunch economic activities among citizens of conflict-affected states.
In Rwanda, we have witnessed the power of investment firsthand. Our national development plan has driven us to prioritize education and healthcare.
Bangladesh and many other countries remain highly vulnerable to the compounded effects of climate change, economic shocks, and regional instabilities.
So Cambodia political structure is one of the most significant downfall or proposed of politics. It was politically and developed the use of a seniority family system suspended and
devastating effects such as economic disruptions and displacement economic rise from conflict. Those effects can manifest in various forms, including armed conflicts and civil unrest.
Imagine you're enjoying the comfort of your living room while some people living outside the country are experiencing war and lack of living necessities. We, the delegate of the Netherlands, as a developed country and has a sustainable economy and has proven it with high living standards, advanced infrastructure, and skilled labor force.
Economic stability in conflict zones is a complex and multifaceted issue inextricably linked to the broader political and social landscape. The absence of conflict is not simply the presence of peace. It is
Central African Republic proposes several key solutions to guide IMF policy towards more balanced approach for fragile states.
Restoring trust in institutions, strengthening governance, and creating inclusive economy can begin to reverse these three trends.
Dear Honorable Chairs and distinguished delegate, I'm the delegate from Egypt, fostering economic stability and growth for states affected by conflict. Finland is aware of the current economical struggles as we have been going through inflation and debt these past few years.
This quote reminds us of our responsibility to create opportunities and secure a brighter future for our generations.
Particularly Mali. Nearly 1 million people are affected by weak institutions, poverty, and the devastating impacts of conflict.
Dear Honorable Chair, esteemed delegates, in this opportunity, I will represent Mexico in this esteemed committee. Claudia Sheinbaum has assumed the presidency of Mexico
in this assembly with a renewed commitment to fostering economic growth, especially for nations facing economic challenges.
And also, I would like to talk about the Sultanate of Oman. Recognize the important role of the IMF assistance to ensure economic stability, especially during the crisis.
The IMF have managed the international monetary system by assisting countless of countries addressing their balance of payments issues. Today, as the delegate of Papua New Guinea, we would like to reaffirm the problem that is debt. Many countries suffer from debt, which not only affects business investment, but also our economic growth.
Honorable Chair, distinguished delegates, the Republic of Paris is honored to address the IMF Council on the critical task of fostering stability in conflict-affected states.
We, as the delegation of Poland, believe we must ensure that nations recovering from conflict have the necessary support to rebuild sustainable and established economy.
The delegation of Qatar is honored to address this assembly on post-conflict recovery. Conflict-affected states need more than financial aid. They need sustainable peace and stability. Qatar believes that IMF should support not only through funding, but by fostering diplomatic solutions that address root causes of conflict.
The economic stability in conflict-affected states is a serious issue that must be addressed.
World Bank estimates show that a total of 324 million of people experiencing poverty.
First of all, I'm very pleased to be here, having a very great day and making connection with all of you guys, all the amazing delegates. And we're here to discuss about our beloved world, especially on economic problems, especially on fostering economical stabilities and growth for states affected conflict.
Imagine living in a country considered as the poorest country in the Pacific. It has a GDP per capita of $3,200. This ranks it as a lesser developed nation.
One of the ways to growing economic stable is reducing unemployment by expansion of employment. In Somalia, there is currently 90.3% unemployment.
Spain has taken steps to strengthen its own economy, especially after facing difficulties during the 2008 financial crisis and the COVID-19 pandemic.
This world has been brimming with a lot of death, a lot of conflict, a lot of death, a lot of people crying here and there. But us, what have we done? And what have we done for them?
Countries in conflict are challenged to maintain their economy amidst aggressions and terrorism. And in most of them, they experience poverty. Thailand does not interfere with the political matters of other countries.
Economic stability is the ability of a region to facilitate and enhance economic processes, manage risks, and absorb shocks. Because of unwanted change that is happening in some regions caused by conflict that eventually affects the economy,
Tunisia deeply values the IMF role in supporting nations facing the ongoing challenge of conflict recovery and economic stability. As a country rebuilding from socio-economic challenge, Tunisia urged the IMF to consider three critical areas.
The delegation of United Arab Emirates is here to discuss recovery and stability in conflict-affected states, highlighting the important role of the IMF.
The United Kingdom believes that fostering economic stability and growth is the key to prosperity, sustainable development, and long-term progress.
The United States strongly supports a comprehensive debt relief program for states heavily burdened with debt. Through defining this program, it would cause a freer and more effective budget allocation of states affected by conflict.
Hello, the delegate from Yemen here. I don't really have anything much to add, seeing that everybody has covered most topics. I'd just like to say thank you very much to the chair for being here today and staying with us. Thank you very much to everyone who helping me, saying hi to me even though I've been very quiet. So I hope everyone enjoyed it. So I enjoyed myself very much. Thank you.
Okay, I'm talking about the debt relief and restructuring are critical tools for conflict-affected states like Zimbabwe, where economic stability is severely constrained by high debt levels. Like this mechanism allows such countries to relocate resources from debt repayment to essential.
Not so fun fact, nearly 1 million people today live amidst the chaos of fragile and conflict-affected states, where the economy collapses, daily battles of survival.
Continuing the instability has resulted in very high rates of poverty and unemployment.
So the quality of our lives depends not on whether or not we have conflicts, but on how we respond to them.
The Honorable Chair and distinguished delegates, the Republic of Congo faces a critical challenge due to past conflict that have destabilized its economy.